Hi. I wanted to do a quick update. I need to keep this quick because I only get about an hour in the mornings. I let my kids watch half an hour of TV in the morning and half an hour at night, and then I let them do some quiet playtime for half an hour. So I don't get much time to do these videos, and I've got to get some writing done. I've got a couple of videos to do. So all that time and then some, because I've not done much in the last couple of weeks since I've had my facial reaction. But I need to make some videos about that and talk about that. That will come. I'll make that today, but it'll be posted probably in a few days. But I wanted to talk a little bit about my not just how I did this week. Sorry, I'm looking over here, but I've got my stuff written down so that I know my stuff for the month. But I want to do a 2-month update. I wanted to do this on my 8-week, but unfortunately the reaction, I wasn't feeling very well. I was on Benadryl and my face looked horrible, and I just, ugh. But so I decided I would go ahead and do it this week, and this is going to be for the last 8 weeks, and then this week included, and then I'll do another update like this in a couple of months and a couple more months after that, and so I can get kind of a long-term picture along with the shorter-term pictures. So for this week, I weighed in and lost 2 pounds exactly. That brought me to my 10%, so yay. But anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about my inch loss and other fitness goal things. So I did interval training, which was one of the goals that I wanted to do, and I did that. I didn't like it really. I was always worried I was going to have a heart attack because you got to sprint as fast as you can for like a minute or whatever, and I was like, this is going to be the perfect time for me to find out I've got a heart condition and I'll have a heart attack and kill over and die right here on the treadmill. So I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. But I went from the most crunches I could do in the beginning without stopping, just crunch, 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 was 30, and I'm now at 70, so I can do 70 crunches. And I'm amazed at my waist and my stomach, because it's still buried under fat, but it's like a rock under there. So thank you Zumba and thank you crunches. The most push-ups I could do in the beginning was 9, and now I can do 18. So I've doubled that, which is good. And I've more than doubled my sit-ups. So I'm really building strength, and that makes me happy. So I want to keep going and try to keep increasing those numbers each week. And for those of you who follow me on my blog, theimperfectsize.blogspot.com, you'll know that each week I post my measurements and I post my push-ups and sit-ups. I look at what I ate. I kind of speculate on how I did, and what I think I'll do for the weigh-in, and how I did for the week as far as I think, because I kind of like to take a look at it before I weigh myself, just because I find it easier to really honestly look at what I ate and what I did and judge it based solely on its own merit without thinking about how many pounds I lost. And then the next day I look at what I thought about it and I kind of compare it with what I lost, and I see what I think, because I think that it gives me a better picture of how I think I should be doing and how I'm really doing, because if you look just at the scale, there's a lot of factors that go into that. You could have a great week on the scale, and what happened is you lost muscle and gained fat. So you don't want to just look at the scale as your only measurement. So I do lots of different measurements. So like I said, I gained a lot of strength, and then I lost a whole lot of inches. I've lost 17 inches total so far, and a lot of that has been off my stomach and my waist, my hips. So I've lost 2.5 inches off my hips, 4 inches off my underbust, 3 inches off my waist, 2 inches off my thigh. My darn arms refuse to move. The fat apparently is defeating the workouts. I don't know, but I do have a real muscle there. Little muscle, tiny little muscle, baby muscle. But all the push-ups. But so unfortunately, I haven't been seeing as much results on my arms as I would like, despite the fact that I've done a number of, I do push-ups at least 3 nights a week. For a while there, I was doing them every night. And I thought maybe I might be building a little too much muscle in my arms, so I stopped doing that, and plus kind of laziness got in there a little bit. So I gotta be honest with myself, you know. Can't completely just fake it and pretend it was only that. But it was partly that because I don't want big arms. I want little arms. I've always had big arms, and I'm trying to get petite girl arms. And I don't really know how you do that when you've always had big arms. I think it's pretty much they're just always going to be big. But I'm hoping. I want them smaller. But they do have room to lose too. I mean, I've got fat on my arm, so I can lose it. I just need to figure out how to lose it. I don't know. But I've been doing a lot of the tone and sculpt from Zumba, and I have some 5-pound weights, and I do those instead of the little 1-pound shakers. Both because my son really likes to play with the shakers. So he'll play with the shakers, and he'll do do little moves along with me, what moves he can do. And I use my 5-pound, they're like wrist weights and ankle weights, but I just kind of hold on to them so that I still get the shaker effect. But so anyhow, so I've been doing a lot of that, but it hasn't really been affecting my arms. So my arms are still the same. But my love handles, I've lost 3.5 inches, and they were like one of my biggest problems. So Zumba really does work your core and really gets that fat coming off. So I've really appreciated that. I've also noticed my measure of increase. I've noticed that I'm able to do more with Zumba. I've been modifying, and if you've looked at my my modification video, you'll see that I've modified both down and up depending on the how I felt that day, if I had energy, if I was tired, whatever. But I would always modify down in some ways. Like I couldn't jump as much as they could in some spots, and I couldn't. I still have to modify like things like squats and stuff like that because my knees right now at this weight have started crunching. When I bend and try to do a lot of squats, they'll start crunching. So in order to kind of save them until I've lost some more weight and can do that without putting so much pressure on them so that I don't end up ruining myself for my old age, I want to wait and do the squat parts when I'm a little bit smaller. So basically I'm going to give it probably another 30 pounds or so and then try the squats and see how they feel on my knees. But right now what I do is I'll get into a squat position and I do a lot of calf lifts, and I can still feel it on my inner and outer thighs when I do that, but I'm sure not as much as if I were doing proper squats all the time with them. So I still do modify in that way, but I also modify up. Like I said, I do the 5-pound weights instead of the little probably 1-pound shaker weights, and I'm able to jump more, I'm able to bounce more and put more into the movements, and I notice I sweat more now that I work out with with more intensity and more energy. That's really good. That's another great measurement of how I've been doing over the last 2 months and how I've improved. So I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy, of course, with my my 28 pound weight loss. I'm very happy with the way my clothes are fitting me, and just the energy levels I have. We want to teach our kids fitness and teach them that that exercise is not a chore, it's fun, and try and teach them to eat healthy and stuff like that. So it's very important to us to do nightly walks because that's a part of giving someone a love of not just walking and exercise, but also of nature, at least in our opinions. So we love to do that, and during our nightly walks, I used to have my husband push the double stroller, because they were still too young at the time to walk the whole way, and they still are, but they walk a part of it now by themselves. But if there was ever a time where one of the kids had to be carried, I was huffing and puffing, after about 5 seconds, honestly. I was going to say 5 minutes, but I'm being honest with myself here, so more like 5 seconds. But and then I would, if I would push the cart, I would push it for a little while, and then I would hand it off to my husband and say something about my back hurting or something with that was bull, because really, once again, it was just that I was getting winded and I didn't want to be winded for our walk. So now I can push the cart all the way there and all the way back. I can carry the kids, if they need to be carried, all the way there and all the way back if I have to. I've seen great improvement on that. I want to say thank you for watching this all the way through to the end, and I also want to say thank you for following me. Feel free, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week, hopefully with another good loss. The green tea seems to be doing a good job of keeping me in the 2-pound range, so hopefully I will continue that next week and keep losing 2 or 3 pounds a week, and that would be awesome. I'd be very happy about that. So I hope you're having a good week. I hope if you're trying to lose that you've lost a lot. If you're trying to maintain that you maintained. And if you're just one of those people out there that don't have to worry about your weight, then I hope you're having a great week otherwise. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.